Hello everyone, it's Brightmaster here, and today I have a LEGO Mars mission set to review. This is the 7697 MT-51 ClawTank Ambush from 2007. This set comes with 374 pieces, was rated for ages 7 to 14, and cost you $30 back when it was in stores. Now this is the last Mars mission set that I haven't reviewed yet, and yeah, I think it's a great set. It's very unique, has some great pieces that you don't really get in many other sets. And overall, it's a really good-looking vehicle, so let's look at the box to be the first part of the review. Alright, so here's the box. It is a pretty decent size for a set of this size. And you can see there is some damage done on it. I did get it new, but the box was in pretty bad condition. You can see it's some pretty nice background art. You can see, of course, it's Mars since it has the Earth and the Moon in the background. And yeah, I think it's some pretty decent background art. I do think, however, that the orange of this kind of fades a little bit too much into the background, but anyway, I know that this ship there's a large contrast between that and the orange background, and here it says there's a shooting function, and I'll show you that once I get into the set, but yeah, it's just making you aware of that. If you turn the box around, you can see that it shows you some of the features that are in the set, and shows you what minifigures are there, and what the ship looks like, and what the rover looks like. And over here, it shows you other Mars mission sets that were released in 2007. For some reason, it doesn't have the armor drilling unit, which I have reviewed, and actually is my most popular video. I was surprised by that, but it doesn't have that, and that was released in 2007, and of course, it doesn't have the mobile mining unit, which was released a year later, so overall, that's basically it for the box. Okay, so here are the instructions. They are, of course, square, and unlike the box, these instructions are in some of the best, it's in one of the best looking instructions that I've gotten, condition-wise, especially even from new sets. And here, as you can see in the instruction, it does have the little box that tells you what pieces you need for each set. And the instruction booklet comes with a total of 74 pages, including the back, which is quite a bit, actually. Here it shows you all the other Mars mission sets, besides the armor drilling unit, again, which is a bit strange. Here it tells you can win a LEGO set. Here it tells you want to join the LEGO Club, which is just getting magazines. And yeah, here it just shows you the pieces. So overall, I think the instructions are quite good, and they're easy to follow, and I have no complaints about them at all. Alright, so here are the minifigures that come in this set, and I do think that the astronauts are very nice. However, I am not the biggest fan of these aliens. I think that, well, I'll just show you them first, and as you probably know from my other Mars mission reviews, I am not the biggest fan of these aliens. They have no personality, no posability, and they're just really flimsy, and they're not really that great. And it has this little center area which has some glow-in-the-dark fluid, or I'm not sure what makes something glow in the dark, but it's supposed to glow in the dark in the middle, but it really doesn't work very well. And overall, I think it's just it's not very well done, in my opinion. All you can do is move this and put a pin or a pole in here so you can attach something to it, and these are supposed to function as hands, but they still don't really work very well. But the only good thing about this minifigure, in my opinion, is the fact that it's a transparent green color, and I think that is pretty neat. I just think that they could have done a lot more with this. It really looks more like a prototype for something to me. However, the astronaut in this is really nice looking, in my opinion. He has some great printing on his torso. You can see there's the zipper for his spacesuit. It has the classic space logo right there, so I guess it's a little shout out to that. He has a golden visor, and if you lift the visor up, he has this very goofy looking face, which I like. And unlike the alien, has a lot of character and personality, and you can see he has 5 o'clock shadow there, as he hasn't shaved probably in a while since he's in a spacesuit all the time. And here it has a printed oxygen tank, and you might think, oh, they're just being a bit lazy. They're not including any actual oxygen tanks. But in one way, this is a lot better, and I can see why they did that, because it requires less space to seat the minifigure. And if they did add the oxygen tanks, this minifigure, the astronaut, would not be able to sit in his vehicle. So overall, I think that this one's good, these two not as much. So now we'll look at the alien ship. Okay, so here is a look at the alien ship, and like most Mars mission sets, especially the medium to larger ones, they always have the two groups in each set, so you can have a little battle going on. And one, I have to say, that is a pretty good idea, especially a theme like this one. And I have to say, this ship, even though it's really small, looks really good, and you can see it's basically covered in weapons. You have these blasters here, you got these large guns right here, you got more blasters right here, so this thing is full of weapons, and I think that looks great. And you can see it is powered by these crystals right here, and that's, I have to say, it's a pretty common theme that in LEGO, that all these crystals are used for power, but I still don't mind it. And over here it has some really nice looking stickers, and usually I'm not the biggest fan of stickers, but these ones, I have to say, I have to give them credit for these. These ones look great, they make the ship look really unique, and yeah, this is another sticker which I have to say also looks really good. I do think that these ships do have some influence from the movie Independence Day, but I have to say, LEGO put their own twist on it, definitely, so it's not a copy at all. And now I'll show you how to put the minifigure in there, which is kind of strange. And I imagine that this ship, since it's alien, is not going to act like a human ship at all. So what you do is you can lift this area down, and I could imagine it's almost floating like that. And you'll go ahead and you'll stick your alien inside, and while it's in midair, just do that. And there you go, you have your alien inside. And everything I have to say about that is great, except I think they could have maybe included a control stick, but if it doesn't really bother me with this, because the minifigure, again, probably wouldn't even be able to grasp it. But yeah, I have to say, this ship is a really good looking thing. And you can also move the wings like this, so it can look totally different now. That doesn't look anything like it did before, really. So that's a really neat idea, and that's what it looks like this, and that's the underside. And although the underside doesn't really look as detailed, it certainly doesn't look bad. So overall, I have to say, this is a really nice looking ship. It's one of the best side builds you could really ask for. So, alright, now we'll look at the main vehicle. Okay, so here's a look at the ClawTank itself. It is a pretty impressive looking vehicle overall, and has some pretty neat weapons and quite a bit of posability as well. As you can see, it has caterpillar treads at the front, which can move up like this if it's going over some rough terrain, and some really large plastic wheels on the back as well that are the same wheels used on the Planetary Prowler set, a set that I reviewed around 4 years ago, which is surprising. That's a long time, actually. And of course, it can roll quite well like that. And overall, I think it's it sounds good too, I have to say. That rattle sounds, the squeaking sounds almost like a tank, so I think that's pretty neat. Over here, there are these two little pod sections, and they each have a sticker on them. This one has a sticker with an alien head, and this one has a biohazard symbol. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get these two little pod things, and one is for these little crystals, which are radioactive most likely, and as you can see, you can fit 3 of them on this little pod, and it just slides in there ever so easily. And over here, of course, there's another pod, and what you're supposed to do with this one is you're supposed to get your alien and put it on here, and like I said before, there is a hole right there, so you can stick something like that in the alien. I guess you can put him in here and capture him for interrogation or something like that, which I think is a pretty nice idea. And over here you can see that there's this area which looks like it has an engine or something like that. And over here there's just some more detailing and rounding it out and making it look nice. And this here, of course, can move like this. It can move 360 degrees, which is nice, so you can get a lot of range of motion with the multiple weapons that you have. There's a lot of, it's just bristling with weapons, really. And here in the middle, of course, you can see that it is powered by these two crystals right here. And I think they're trying to do a little bit of greebling right here with the gears and these arm pieces that are used on some robots. And over here you can see that there is a cockpit, and it does open like this, and it has room enough to fit one minifigure, which is of course your astronaut. So I'll go ahead and sit him inside here. And of course he has two levers right here, some control sticks, which can help him pilot the vehicle. And I have to say, I think it looks pretty good in there. And if you move down this piece, which is this windscreen piece, is the same one that's used on the Jedi Interceptors in Star Wars, which is a pretty nice reuse of the piece. And there is a sticker right here which has a little targeting device. Who knows if he is locking on an alien ship, all he has to do is push something and something will fire. But anyway, there are two arms on this. One arm right here has these really nice looking laser cannons. All that transparent pieces, looks great. I could just imagine this blasting away. And of course this can move quite well. It has some stickers here. It says Danger Work Zone. I guess it's more, I'd also argue it's Danger War Zone, but anyway, over here you can see that there's a claw. And of course this can pick up all sorts of things, and I'm pretty sure it can pick this up as well. Yeah, there you go. You can pick it up, which is nice, and it uses these pieces that look like they could, well, which gears can roll on to move things. And I think that's a pretty nice reuse of the piece. And right here it has a almost like a gorilla face. I guess that's supposed to be the animal. This is their favorite animal, I guess. And if you look here at the top of the vehicle, you can see that there are two really nice looking weapons. And up here there are some rockets, and unfortunately these can't fire, but you can position them to look like they're going to fire. And right here there's this disc shooter system, and I heard that these are pretty rare actually, but anyway, what you do, I'll just turn it here so you can see it. You pull this back, and then you'll fire the disc. So I'll go and do that. They're going to go all over the floor, really, but I think it's worth showing you. So you just pull it back and... Alright, so I'm going to have to go pick those up later, but I think it's a pretty nice system. I don't know if the plastic's going to start to want to break off, because there's no springs really or anything. It's just the plastic, but I do think it looks quite good. So overall, that's basically it for this vehicle. Now I'll give my overall thoughts on this set. Okay, so for my overall thoughts on this set, I really do like it. I would highly recommend it. It looks amazing. Both of these vehicles are great. Even the side build, like I said, looks like it's just as important as the main one. And like I said just before, yeah, this is a really nice set. It's great for $30. I think that this could sell for $40, and I wouldn't really argue with it. But anyway, I would highly recommend this set, especially if you're a Mars mission fan. This is a must-have. I think that you should pay maybe $60 for it sealed in the box. Nothing more. But you can probably get it for a lot cheaper online for when it's used. And that's how I would probably recommend you get it, especially if you want to save money. And I got it for about $60, new sealed in the box. And I definitely think that it is still kind of worth it. So I would recommend this set. I don't have any more Mars mission sets to review, so I can't really say stick around for any more. I might get some one day in the future, but not anytime soon. But stick around for more LEGO reviews and mocks, because they will be on the way. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you all later. Bye.